Yep.
Give me a second song.
No limiter. No limiter. That's off the.
Let's see your truck on it. Track one.
Can I have a piece of paper? Shred piece of paper, doesn't matter. Yes, thank you.
No, no, no. The best of me because you raised the bar. Now we know what we're going. I know where I'm at. Into the sheets. Papa Fletch. I see a cocktail cake.
I was never that lucky. I was into
trying to do. You gonna hear them out there speaking.
I'm a spinner.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll
gonna
be
get
all
it
right.
out for everybody.
Yeah, you can practice, but you'll be all right.
Oh yeah, very well. Well, that part of it nonsense.
I'll fix you out on my live. How's everybody doing? Love rock and roll, motherfucker. Somebody working on it. Okay.
Oh, episode 131, Stl Roar, mycitymymusic.com, Soldier by Blood. We've got Yigga Digga in the house. Woo! Yeah. So let me see if I can get these names right. Let's see if I can remember them. Scott and Chris and Tommy
Yep.
and Bill, otherwise known as what did you call him?
Papa Fletch.
Papa Fletch. Really?
I'm like ancient.
No, it's okay. We like ancient. I'm here. I'm right there with you. So you guys are stopping off on your world tour, and you heading back to Pennsylvania? Or are you going to where? Are you going to go?
Various points.
You're going
Yeah.
by way of Albuquerque. What? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We're a walking Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, that's what it is. You know, when you're on the road. So.
Yep.
How long you guys been on the road? Off and on.
Yeah, off and on.
Short legs. We're headed back. We're kind of back to the studio. Go out do some shows back in the studio.
Now, is this your first time in St. Louis?
Yeah.
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 Eric John Berry hooked you guys up. We got to give him a shout out. He's awake or what he's doing. Hey, Eric, wherever you're at, you lost? Put down the shiny squirrels and walk away. So you played this weekend. You played at Redfish
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and you
Yeah.
played the Lincoln Theater.
Well, we did
Or
shot
you
video.
shot a video
Shot a
there.
video there.
H's Tavern.
H Tavern, okay, in
Saturday.
Bell Vegas.
Yep.
Vegas.
Oh, yeah, I call it Bell
Did
Vegas.
you see the bingo hall when we were driving through? Bell Vegas bingo hall.
Yeah.
I said, that's priceless.
I know, it's great. It is awesome for sure. So what do you think of our little Midwestern towns?
We've had a blast here.
The reception's been incredible.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's been fun.
We like music. We love musicians.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we just turn them out right and left. I think the city's got the most musicians per capita per square foot. I mean, every venue is full every weekend.
Yeah.
You know, so, and there are other musicians that are in like 6 bands and they still manage to play every venue, every weekend. You know, so it is what it is. So tell us
Dave
about.
Grohl.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
right.
love that guy. Wow.
Yeah, let's not start on that again.
Yeah, right.
My fan is not gonna, you know, wow. Now, we talk about Sam Elliott, forget it's gonna melt.
It's already been too hot today. Let's not make it worse.
I know. So the name Yigga Digga, what's the story? Is there one, or is it just an accident?
There absolutely is.
Hey Tom, so I got a new one. This is transport yourself back to like the early '90s before the internet and text messages and all that stuff.
Pagers were cool.
So
Yeah.
you call somebody up on your well, it'd be a pulse phone by then,
Right,
not the
right.
rotary. Graduated past that.
Right.
Hey Tom, I got a riff.
How's it go, man?
All right, it's dun dun yigga digga dun dun yigga dun dun yigga digga dun dun. Right?
Yep.
Oh, I know
Also
somebody-
known as an onomatopoeia.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I know somebody who does that too. So we gotta give him a shout out because he's been sick, but he's coming back. That'd be Mr. John Ring. So killer shredder in this town. Yeah, that's what we need. We need shredder. We need that. So that's funny you said that. I heard that before.
And Chris always makes it a point to make sure that people know that a Yigga Digga is different than a Wonk Chunka.
Mm.
Yeah.
You gotta have a good distinction.
Or a junt junt.
There's a
It's
little
not-
junt
it's
junt,
It's
yeah.
not junt. Yeah.
There's a little less palm mute in a Yigga Digga than a Wonk Chunka.
Right, exactly. You gotta get that shit straight. Don't be messing that up.
Right.
You'll get food off the stage and everything.
It's all
Oh.
about the
These
ticket
guys
Again.
don't know the rest of the whole job. So you're headed to where? Where are you going after this?
Like I said, back home.
Back home, the
we
studio.
got,
Oh,
Got some stuff coming up near Pittsburgh. Opening gig with
Gettysburg,
Gettysburg, Nashville, and an opening slot with Texas Hippie Coalition coming up too.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Couple
So,
festivals.
yeah.
Have you done Cyrus's event down there?
Hugs, oh yeah.
Hugs
yeah.
Fest, yeah, we
Yeah,
had
that's how we met Eric.
2 years in a row.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly how we met Eric.
Very cool.
Actually, weren't we band of the year?
Yeah, we're first year Hugs.
Very cool.
We were band of the year, and then they had the Hugs live drive,
Right.
which they brought musicians in from all over the country,
Right.
and did this, and Hugs Radio really kind of put something together that was pretty cool. And since then, a lot of the people that showed up for the Hugs Live Drive wound up doing all these really cool collaborations.
Yeah.
We're in the midst of doing one with the female singer of the year.
Wonderful artist.
Yeah, Megan Paulette. And so yeah, it was, and we met Eric there, and Tim Gaynor from Chicago. I mean, we just
Lot of
met
great-
so many people.
Oh yeah,
lot
it's
of great
awesome. It's awesome. It's amazing how music brings everybody together. It doesn't matter. And there's
Common goal.
Only thing that does.
And that's what everybody talks about. It's all about music. Nothing else. No politics, no bullshit. It's music. That's it. That's so awesome.
Should be.
Yeah.
You know what?
There's an old
We're on
head
the back
that
of the
came to mind.
Oops.
The stick just slipped out of my
Watch
hand.
that step. Dang it.
Hey. Damn it, that hurt.
Did he trip or did you push him?
Oh,
Yes.
Well, that's awesome. So you go back in the studio.
Yeah.
So we have 3 CDs.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I just downloaded all of them, and I have an app. It's Stl Roar. It's on Live 365. It runs 24/7. So all your music will be intertwined with all of our music.
Awesome.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, I just mix it all up. When I started that, when I turned that thing on a couple years ago, I just downloaded all my music, my collection from St. Louis, all original artists. I had no idea what back in the 70s. Then I'm like, well, I am that old.
That's a lot of music.
And what
I don't know if that's a compliment or
24
not.
hours.
Yes, it is. But it's all. When I put it all together, I was like, wow, this guitar player was in 14 bands. Holy shit, you know? And then there are some bands that have been together since day one that are still together. Mama's Pride. I mean, 40-some years. It's like awesome. But still, it's just, it's amazing, all the talent in this town.
Maybe old, but we got to see all the cool bands.
Exactly. Still am. I just get to see them up close. When you're stagehand, guess what? You're right there on them. So that's a blast. I love doing that work, especially with the summer coming up. I'd rather work a show, get paid for it, and hang out backstage and bust my ass and get screamed at versus standing out in the audience going, I can't hear it. Turn it up! Get out of my way! Don't spill a drink on me.
Unless you were in the front row for Motorhead, and then you wouldn't have a problem hearing anything.
Oh, I know.
Until after the show, then you wouldn't be able to hear shit.
Right, exactly. And that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. I think the loudest show I was ever at was 9 Inch Nails. And I could not believe it. And they played a bigger venue here in town. And on backstage, they had a huge freaking video wall that went for miles, it seems like. And it was so flippin' loud. I mean, there's good loud and there's bad loud.
Another Pennsylvania boy there.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Trent Reznor,
Trent
yeah,
Reznor.
from Mercer County.
Very cool. That's awesome. So what's the story behind the 2 songs we just heard? You all collaborate on writing? You have one person who writes, or do you all just put it together?
Well, these guys weren't even in the band at the time, I think. You had just come
Yeah,
in. You had just
yeah.
come in. And so we had started off back in the 70s, I think. No, it wasn't that long. Seems like it's
We
that
had
long.
our pagers and we were ready to go.
Seems like it. And we did the first album, and then we just kind of took a hiatus for a good 6 years. So we got back together, and that's when we started writing the Faded Glory album.
Okay.
So those all came out of those sessions.
So who does all the writing? All of you?
It depends on the album, actually.
Or you just bring something to the table and y'all attack it
A lot,
and flip it up and make
a lot
it
of
make it
times
sound
that's
like
exactly what happens. Especially we're doing singles right now instead of releasing an entire album. And like I said, the first album was already written. Fletch did the bass work on the second album. Scott, he's doing the drumming and the whatever. It is a collaborative effort.
Yeah, I didn't start contributing anything to the second album.
all right.
Yeah.
And
All of it
they didn't
happens.
want your cocktail kit then either.
I do the majority of the lyrics.
Yeah.
Is that drumming or percussion? Percussion.
I used to be a percussionist.
Okay.
Now I'm just a drummer.
He's a drummer.
I say it differently.
Now he got a rack.
I'm
Now
a
he's a
front
drummer.
man.
Okay. Just gotta check, Don't get so insulted about things these days.
None of us do. No.
Everybody all of a sudden got a feeling, and
Yeah.
everybody's stepping all over it. It's like, oh my God,
You
don't do
labeled
it.
me a percussionist.
Please.
Should have worn my shirt that says "Fuck your feelings."
Yeah, right.
All two of them.
Yep, exactly. Now, a lot of times, you know, Chris or Tom will come in with just a riff. Just, you know, hey, I got this riff, and I'll hear the riff, and I'll hear a drum beat in my head, and I'll start, you know, Chris and I'll start feeding off each other. And next thing you know, Fletch is jumping in, and then Tom disappears over to the coffee table with a notepad,
Right.
and just starts penning lyrics, and the next thing you know, we got the framework of a song.
Isn't that cool how it just all works? It's like, you know, you're gonna, you know, like, how, too bad it wasn't that easy like in school when you're trying to study for a test and you forget everything, you know? Why couldn't it just be song lyrics?
Well,
you know?
That just happens
I
a
write
lot.
the lyrics and forget them half the time while I'm singing them, so
That's okay.
it still happens.
Right. That's great. That's
There's
awesome.
a couple songs that I had that didn't even consider bringing into the band, and these
Oh, yeah.
guys like found them behind my back and were like, "Hey, we
Let's
should do
digitize
this
it."
song." And I'm like, "Really?"
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
if
You
it'll
think
work.
that'll translate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it will.
Oh yeah. You can put a Yigga Digger or a Wunk Chunka into anything.
Exactly. You just got to know the difference. What part of the song to stick that crap into, right?
I mean, there's so many people now that are taking all these, you know, older pop tunes from the '90s and redoing them in metal styles, and people are just gravitating to it.
Hell yeah.
You know, they're just, you know, I mean, Five Finger Death Punch has done '70s covers.
They're the king. I think they're the king of all those.
Yeah, they do the best
No,
covers,
no. What's
you
his
know.
name? Frog Leap Studios.
Oh,
Well,
He's
yeah,
out of the
yeah.
world, man. That dude's badass.
So one of our original artists, his name is Blackie Starks, and his band was Maximus, and then he evolves and makes a new band. He always has really killer players, always. So his newest project is Chillicamina, and he took a Britney Spears song, "Hit Me Baby," and this guy is so, and he gets up there to play it. I'm going, what the hell? It doesn't even match anything, but he put his spin on it. It's amazing. It's a great song.
Yeah.
Now
Britney.
you're like, wait a minute, is this?
What?
Is this
What?
oh, it is.
I know. I was going, holy shit! Only you could pull that off, Blackie. But
He
yeah, it
didn't
was
wear a
amazing.
schoolgirl outfit, did he?
No, he did not.
Hilarious.
No. His wife did, but that's another story.
She's the one that did Wrecking Ball.
Yeah,
Miley
that's
Oh, I
Miley
don't
Cyrus.
fucking know. I
That's
don't pay
Miley.
attention
Yeah,
to that
Oh my God.
shit.
yeah. You got the Wrecking Ball too?
I listen to it with a glass of wine and a robe right now.
Don't be a hater. However he gets inspired, it's all good. Oh my God. So what song would you do? What off the beaten path song would you do that would just blow everybody away? That you know.
Already did
Well,
one.
Talked about this. We did a couple.
Yeah, you know.
You have a list. You just have a long list.
I always do. I always have a list.
You should do a monkey song.
I would, come on.
I love those guys.
Beatles, Monkeys. But we're trying to look for something different, like on Faded Glory. Or is it on No Limiter? Faded Glory.
What, the Johnny Cash
Yeah.
song?
Yeah,
Fade to Glory, yeah.
Faded Glory, we covered When the Man Comes Around by Johnny Cash. And
You would never know it.
we might play it, you know, I mean, depending. We do Rolling Stones, Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Very cool.
We call it Jumpin' Jack Thrash.
Right.
And it kind of sticks to the idea. But, you know, when the last line is I was crowned with a spike right through my head, that just screams, thick it up, make it
Yes.
heavy metal.
Yes,
you know?
definitely. That's
So,
friggin' amazing. That's awesome.
The one we're actually kicking around, and I'll throw this out there because I don't know if it'll get done or not, is Duran Duran Girls on Film.
Very cool.
Great bass line. The guitars would just work and be choppy, and it's not a, you know, I mean, come on, Girls on Film.
Wow.
You know.
Girls on trampolines, you know, all that stuff. Girls on everything. Yeah. Why not? That could be your backdrop.
I think Joe almost shot beer out his nose when he said that.
Thank you.
He was thinking of that rose in his robe, you know. Oh, yeah.
Just change it to the Man Show.
Yeah.
Back into that their catalog.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
my gosh,
I
that's
think it's
freaking
down next
amazing.
to the Barry Man on this.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's right.
Bobby
Okay.
Goldsboro.
Yes.
You got
Nothing wrong with Bobby Goldsboro.
Oh, here
I
we
love
go.
that
See
guy.
the tree?
played
How
bass.
big it's
I
grown?
love that guy.
That's where they got me from. I don't know.
Twas
What
just
about
a
Bobby
twig.
Sherman, Bubblegum and Braces? What a killer album. Or David Cassidy was my heartthrob.
I'm still waiting for Three Dog Night.
Mm-hmm.
Shangri-La.
Oh, I love them. They're great. I love all that old music. It's freaking amazing. but it's all classic. I mean, I've said it a million times. You know, back then when everybody played, they played that in the studio a million times till they got it right. There were no tracks.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's,
all that blood, sweat, and tears. They're literally playing that freaking song, and they'll play it till they bleed to get it right. You know.
That's
And
actually
now
what we're doing right
That's a
now with
great
our new
segue.
songs. Yeah.
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 That's amazing.
We,
and you got to do vinyl. You got to do at least one.
we
vinyl.
have.
Yeah.
We have.
We have one.
Do?
No Limiter
No
came out on
Limiters
vinyl.
released on double, recorded at 45 RPM.
Yeah. Audio file, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
got one with you,
definitely.
if you got one, I'll buy one from you.
We
All right.
definitely have it.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yes, I don't know. That'd be great.
Well, let's see. What do we need to cover this trip? It's only $8 grand.
Yeah.
It's only $8 grand.
7,800.
It's a steal.
That's one step below slaughter. It only took me a year and a half to get that damn thing. Oh, don't get me started on
We'll
that.
just sell you
I'm
the
so
master
flippin'
itself,
mad. I'm
Well,
so mad.
a couple years ago, actually, the whole Hugs thing and Cyrus was putting together a Christmas show, and he had contacted us about doing a Christmas song. So we went up to HQ, which is on one side of the world where we practice and rehearse,
Southwestern PA.
southwestern PA, and we got together, and Little Drummer Boy just fell into place. So we went through it 3 or 4 times, and was just like, let's hit the studio. Well, in that point, the studio wasn't set up to just walk into.
Right.
So there was a lot of work involved.
It's kind of like this.
Yeah.
You just have to load everything
So there
in
was a
throughout
lot of
mics
work
and-
involved. Since then, Chris has designed the studio that it's dedicated. You know, we have a dedicated drum kit there, our
Right.
amps and so if we get inspired, we can get in there, plug in, and just start
Right.
jamming.
Write it, record it in a day.
Then I
Yeah.
started throwing arbitrary rules in, like no click tracks.
Yeah, no
No drum
click tracks.
samples.
Everything's live.
We're playing live.
Like you said, do it live until you get it right.
You know,
we'll overdub like vocals,
obviously
you know what I mean?
overdubbing, vocals and things like that.
Well, that's
But-
auto-tune.
that's
No
where
auto.
you'll have to know the words. Oh, you'll have to know the words.
There's
No,
a
no,
thing
no,
called
no.
a music stand.
No. This is where I say I wrote them.
From
I'm
high
taking an
school?
artistic liberty. They are what I say they are. I don't know.
That's what I'm gonna say. I mean,
Right?
It's your song.
Yeah, I
Say
will
whatever you
treat them
want.
words however I want.
That's
Yeah,
right. Just say the
sure.
same thing over and over again.
Yeah, until you've got fans that come up and go, man, you didn't get that right, and you're like, I don't know.
Thanks for knowing.
Thanks for
Yeah.
pointing that out.
Yeah, but you know,
It happens.
amazing.
They're like, hey, that was my favorite song, and you fucked it up. I'm like,
right,
sorry.
I know.
And
But
it's
you know,
happened.
that's the greatest thrill. I mean, you're up there and they're singing your songs back to you.
Yeah.
You
that's-
know, I mean,
nothing better.
it gives me chills when I think about it. It's like, holy,
Yeah.
that is so amazing. You know, that people are listening to your music.
First show
Playing
we
it.
ever played out in Gettysburg was during COVID, and it was a private show. But people showed up. We were playing basically in a
Barn.
humongous barn, and people brought lawn chairs and set them up in front of the stage. These are
hilarious.
people we had never played to before, didn't know from Adam. And they're sitting there singing the songs back to us, and we're just like looking at each other. Like, what the fuck did they even hear that song?
Because people like us
Yeah.
play it, and it's out
Yeah,
there.
right.
It's out there, and people will listen to it. You know, and it's just like if they like it, they like it. So it's really cool.
And while we're on that topic, major shout out to St. Louis and Belleville and Chicago for being our highest streaming
Oh, yeah.
areas on iTunes.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Our
Very
new-
good.
our newest
Well, everybody
report.
good for you. Alright, so you guys will play it, or we just suck the text to look at it.
Just look at it. As long as, we gotta just get it. You ready?
Yeah.
What do?
You want to?
Do it.
I'll play a
Bucket
song.
list.
You guys, are you ready to jump up and play, or do you want me to play a song while you set up and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
we gotta
May
just
wanna check and make
She's
sure
got to
we're
move
not-
cameras and all that
everything
happy
up.
stuff.
Do you just want to set the mic over here? That way, there's we can do bucket list real quick, and
What about Cutter?
That's it.
there actually is a female singer,
Yeah.
so we
Guest
don't do
singer
that
on
one.
that one. She's awesome though.
Okay, I'll play that one. While you guys set up.
Alright.
That one
And-
got a lot of traction over in London.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Episode 131, Yigga Digga in the house. We'll be right back. Boom, boom. Oh my. silly.
Seriously.
Can I get
Good
just
drummers
a
couldn't do it.
little more on the vocal, please? Because I'm just
I hate you.
I'm trying to drown him out. No.
I hate you. I hate you. I especially hate you.
He hates you more. Okay.
All right. This one's called Bucket List. Come on.
You're
Beer
not
time.
done. Don't start whining.
This
Play.
is uncensored. I'm gonna fucking beer. No, just
Play, monkey, play.
play. That's what we usually say.
Now it's your turn.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Do one of yours.
Do one of yours.
Yeah, hey. This is normally I ask the crowd if they have met. I want to hear.
Seriously? What am I gonna do this?
That's what I do.
Oh, that's crap.
Your legs will hurt. in the morning.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Fucking
There
prima
it
donnas.
is.
I've
Here
been
it
working
is.
on my posture,
Somebody
right?
needs a nap.
Look at all right here. This song's called Slave to Life.
It's all fun and games until somebody loses a nail.
I know.
Yeah, right. He got
I
that.
do all the backups. Come over here. Go ahead, you got it.
I don't do all of them.
I don't do any of
Hey,
it.
you want to come over here? I'll go over there.
No, I'm good.
All right then.
All right, then. On you, Skip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a cigarette. I saw the thing in there. I'm gonna have to go outside.
Cigarettes outside, everything else you can smoke.
Yeah, I don't do all that. Gave that up like 4 years ago.
Tweezy just gave it up.
Well, it's legal here.
Yeah, it's no fun anymore.
Tweezy's been
because
sober
of
for a
that.
whole
Oh, that's what makes it better. I waited my whole life for this.
You guys need to take a break, get a walk around and stuff, because we can play some more music and wander around. Yes? What songs do you want me to play? From.
222 times 3.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I'll play that one.
666. 222 times 3. Why? I love that song.
All right,
It's
buddy.
right here. We'll play it.
All right, then.
It's already on the album, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll.
Can't take it back, right? Proofs in the pudding.
Episode 131, you can take it in the house. Boom. Play.
Welcome to your slow demise in my secret place where evil lies. One-on-one, I'll come for you. Makes me love while your face turns blue. 6 feet to find the flesh. Dig it dark to stop protest. Personalities wage war within. My angels weep while my devil grins. Lay the shallow grave while we eat the life that your body gave. Stained butcher blood and rust and cleave. And I wanna stop but I just can't leave her. Dig 6 feet to find the flesh. Dig it dark to stop protest. Personalities wage war within. My angels weep while my devil late at night in my dim lit shed. I strip the bones but preserve the red. Alone the ritual begins. I play dress up and re-gifted. Dig 6 feet to find the flesh. Dig it dark to stop protest. Personalities wage war within. My angels weep while my devil grin.
attempted to hang himself.
131, Yigga Digga in the house. So, we smoked, we played, we bitched, we took a nap, we came back, had a sandwich, talked about bacon. So, you guys.
Always comes back to bacon.
Always. I know. Sorry, Jewel, my girl Jewel, she does not eat bacon. I said, I'm so sorry.
Don't bring me into your vegan
So
life.
So the next song,
Fuck me.
the next song. I don't need that negativity.
Yeah.
That was
Don't
like my
invite me
favorite
to your
commercial.
vegan
No.
party either, because I don't want your asparagus.
Yeah, right.
You know what goes good with hummus? Meat.
Right, exactly. So the song I have queued up that I didn't play yet, and I really want to know what this is about, or do I want to know? Rectal theory.
Oh,
Really?
Oh my God.
What?
Yes.
okay.
what?
All right.
So was this about an ex or a couple
No,
of them, or
no,
just
see?
somebody
For the record, this was
somebody
before I was in the
somebody
band.
not being the asshole, being the whole ass?
No,
I mean,
believe it or not, that the chorus is,
He's having a trouble.
I know.
It's the meaning of life.
It is the meaning of life.
Oh, okay.
And you know the chorus, and you'll play it. You'll hear the chorus. Is that's all there is to it. If you don't eat, you don't shit. And if you don't shit, you die.
very
So.
nice. Okay, circle of life. Is that what
No,
you're telling
yeah,
me?
but the
Least for
story
the
behind
food.
it is one of my buddies in high school. He had like really medically bad intestinal problems, and he would spend all day, you know, just trying to go. And he's the one that said it to me. He was like, you know, if you don't shit, you die. And I carried that with me like forever until I had the opportunity to write a song about it. So. Want to hear it? Here
Road
we go.
diddle diddle diddle. Goes like this.
So Roto-Rooters on what, speed dial
What's
or
that?
what? Roto-Rooters on speed dial?
For him, yeah, probably. If he's still alive, God forbid. But I mean, no, God forbid he's still alive. God forbid something bad happens.
Oh, bless his
But,
heart.
yeah,
Well,
he's the one that told me, you don't shit, you die. So the whole idea of the rectal theory is.
so did you guys all go to? Do you guys all live in the same area? Did you guys go to school together? Do
Nope.
you just like
No.
meet
Bill and I
up
did.
as being musicians, or I mean, do you read?
Scott and I went to school together, but I didn't know him in school. He's a few years behind me. Quite a few.
Not quite a few.
A
couple.
A couple. So did you guys all study music and you read and write, or is it just all by
Absolutely
ear?
No.
I could read some jazz charts. Well, I could 20 years ago. I don't know about now, but
Right.
Well, I can tell you I can read jazz
Yeah.
charts and no one would really know, you know.
I
I'll
actually
play
trained.
that.
I trained under Babe Fabrizi from the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. So
No shit.
that's why I said I used to be a percussionist because I was.
Right.
Now I'm just a drummer.
Right.
But you only had a triangle in that.
Yeah, right?
Was it
No, that was
electric
Ed
one?
Brindley.
Was it electric triangle?
The chimes.
There you go.
The chimes used to have those. Yeah, ditched those for much heavier music.
And the rack. He's got the rack.
I just started playing along with CDs and the radio, and
Yeah.
you know, and you just play along and you pick out different licks. And
So what was your inspiration as far as, so you guys were what, 10, 11, 12, young teenagers when you decided, oh, I'm going to play music and I'm going to stick with it? Or
Last week.
Well, I already know about you because you can't remember words, but it's okay. He is the singer.
No, I'm no singer. I'm a front man. There's a difference.
So I mean,
There's
what
people
was
with
what
talent
was
out
your
there.
inspiration? I mean, everybody has a different story. I mean, I
Sure.
grew up with all different genres of music, all different kinds, from Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass all the way up to whomever. So I mean, are you all legacies? Do your parents play?
No.
No music in your family? Do they?
My dad played trumpet in the Army band. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
I
very
started
cool.
off really. The thing that got me again was Chuck Berry. Right out of the
I'm
gate.
sorry. Oh no.
What?
I have to tell my stupid Chuck Berry story again. Sorry,
Don't
guys.
do it.
Tracy's like, I'm so sick of hearing the story. So I grew up. So I was born in Kansas City. We moved to Wentzville when I was 6 months old, and Chuck Berry, that's where he lived. So we lived in this little neighborhood, and my dad he worked at GM, and he was a luthier. He used to make guitars. Next door to us was Chuck's taxidermist, and Chuck had told him about my dad, and so Chuck had come over and brought his daughter Ingrid to my house. Well, I was a kid, I was 5. And people coming in and out of my parents' house all the time because my dad's making guitars or whatever, building a car or some shit, I don't know. And so Chuck used to come over there and jam out in the basement with, I had no idea who this man was. Like I said, just another guy. I saw him on Ed Sullivan like a couple years later, and there he was. I was like, wow.
That
But
is
Ingrid and
cool.
I are still friends. She's amazing. God, she can sing. His
That's
daughter,
cool. Yeah.
and his son Charlie Jr. He plays drums in his own band. But sometimes Ingrid and them get together. So yeah. Chuck was definitely a different kind of individual. He was a pioneer though. He was a badass showman for
Yeah.
sure.
Then
I mean,
Van Halen, Guns N' Roses, then blues stuff like Buddy Guy, B.B. King, Clapton, of the old Cream stuff, Deep Purple, Richie Blackmore, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Hendrix.
I was
Hendrix,
Beatles. Definitely Rubber Soul was the album that just threw me into it. I was listening to the Disney records up until I found the album Rubber Soul and my dad's stuff. And I put it on. I'm 5, something like that.
Very
I
cool.
was like, man, that's, F Disney. I want to do this.
You know, if you're standing on the outside and you're looking in and you see where the Beatles, all the music where it started, and it's 4 guys dressed alike, and you're thinking, what the fuck are they gonna play? Well, guess what? They had it going on.
Oh, yeah.
They were playing, the stuff that you didn't realize they were really playing because of just the way they looked. It was so ridiculous, but they're just amazing. I mean, they just paved the way.
Yeah, well,
Elvis, the Beatles.
After the Beatles, I'm not a purist like him. I was, new wave of British heavy metal, Scorpions and Iron Maiden.
I didn't really catch the metal until Metallica.
Yeah,
John Paul Train.
and then definitely when Metallica, Kill 'Em All, and Ride the Lightning, I was just like, okay.
What about punk?
we
Did
could
you
do
guys
that.
like anything from the punk scene?
I had a short foray in punk, but not musically. I didn't play
Misfits.
it. It was just
Yeah.
something that was
Yeah.
exposed
Right.
to me. I didn't.
I like the Ramones because they weren't just punk; they were also rock. It was kind of a crossover.
Yeah.
So they had a little bit of everything, and they were fun, and their movies are stupid, and they were hilarious, and just,
Yeah.
I mean, they were great. Rock and Roll High School, I'll never forget it.
I actually had a chance to see the Ramones live at this smaller venue in Pittsburgh, and this will date me a bit, but the opening band was Jane's Addiction.
Shut
They were the
up.
opening band.
And they were probably better.
Oh, they were
They
badass.
freaking kicked, I mean, they kicked ass. They were so, wow.
You just stood there and watched them. Going, what the fuck?
That was actually one of the best
this?
shows I ever saw when I saw Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
They had
But-
such a killer sound. Such a
Your
unique sound.
influence?
Saying I got to see Joey was a cool thing.
Yeah.
My influence?
Joey.
Gotta be 60s, 70s stuff. Yardbirds, Who, Stones, Neil Merriweather, Space Rangers.
Oh, Neil Merriweather is. If you don't even know him, that's something to look up and listen to. It's
Yeah.
Some
amazing.
Rush. I just seen
I
Thunderhead.
love Rush.
I just been going
Aren't
through
they?
Rush
Isn't he
phase
amazing?
myself, yeah.
So we have a tribute. It's I can't even call it a tribute because he's so good. It's called Thunderhead, and it's the ultimate freaking Rush. Oh my God, I'm a Rush freak. I mean, since I was a kid, and when I was going to high school, my friends were like, "Okay, who's the new music?" And I had my stupid 8-track with me, and I said, "Listen to these guys." They're going, "Oh, they suck." I said, "You're not listening. It's 3 guys. They're from Canada. The drums are octagon shape." I'm just pleading my whole case. They're like, they're not going to make it. I'm like, you freaking idiots.
You got to get past the voice.
Wow.
Once you get
No,
past the
no,
voice,
no.
That's
He's
a great
got the
voice.
voice. He's got the voice.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an annoying
Yeah.
voice. He's got the voice. And it's a pitch that a lot of people can't get.
Oh,
Freddie
sure,
Mercury
yeah.
was the same way.
Yep.
You know, and, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, bullshit. Yeah, you can.
Another quick trivia. Neil Peart's first show with Rush was in Pittsburgh at the Civic Arena.
Yep.
yeah, that's
Amazing.
true.
Amazing. Well, I mean, I have...
Worthless knowledge stored right here.
You know what? The meek shall inherit the earth is what's on my...
Oh, 2112.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Absolutely.
like... That song is just amazing. I mean, people... But yeah, it's true.
I've just been on a Rush vinyl safari, tracking down a lot of the old 70s albums.
I have.
Yeah, you can't find Moving Pictures.
Moving Pictures is a tough
I
one.
haven't. That was
I
my
have
first.
that.
That was my first Rush album. Was Moving
Really?
Pictures.
Yeah.
It wasn't 2112. I had that on an 8-track.
I have that as well. What do you want to pay for it?
On vinyl?
Yes.
Is it a Bob Ludwig cut?
Probably.
There is a killer. We got a bunch of record shops in this town. Joe's Records, which is amazing. Vintage Vinyl, and of course Walter Ray at CD Warehouse. They have got shit tons of all that vinyl that you want. I mean, anything and everything. If it plays, spins, or makes a noise, yeah, it's got music on it. They're gonna sell it because they probably have it. So we have so much history. It's amazing how and everybody plays together so well. So did you guys? How did you guys all meet? Was it a jam thing, or you just like, no, I know a guy. He knows
I
a
answered an
friend
ad
of a-"
with him, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I learned a bunch of their songs all at once.
And the other two members, Randy, who we still get along with, he just didn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
He's doing EDM stuff. He's still writing.
Right.
But he moved to Florida, and he's just like, I'm out.
We just
And,
did our
you know,
latest single was a collab with him.
Yeah.
Actually,
very
yeah,
cool.
on Crackin' Magic.
He wrote the riff, and we wrote, we agreed to work with him if we could record it as well. So he was like, oh yeah, go ahead and do it, guys. So we did. And then, but when Randy left, we were real fortunate to get Papa Fletch.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do it.
He still doesn't. We don't care.
No, that's
Hey.
basically
You're
where we're
going.
at.
You're going.
That-
Get in the car. Oh, we'll put you there. It's all right. Just don't get out until we're leaving
Yeah,
again.
It just wasn't my
the
thing.
restraints stay on until the ride stops.
Right. Bullshit.
And then the drummer, he just was. He had demons and stuff like that, and it was hard letting him go. But Scott came in and filled the void, and we're grateful to have him as well.
That's awesome.
It's cool. He's.
He just bit through his tongue saying that. Just
So
so
how
Well, no. I'm taking it all back when we get to the Airbnb.
So how long?
I was
have you
lying.
guys? This group? How
So
long?
he's technically
6 years.
How long have
the
you
new
been
guy
together?
for what 5-6
6
years.
years.
now?
Yeah.
and I'm still the newbie.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like Jason Newsted. I'm still the new guy and getting shit on every day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what? When they
you.
stop shitting on you, you're gonna go, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
When they're not noticing me,
What
you're
do
giving
you
me
say?
hell.
My silence is deafening.
Yes.
When we stop.
That's right.
No,
take
it's
it.
just really fun, and the differences in the influence are just great. Because he's not going to say it, but he's an '80s guy. He's a
I was
hairband
gonna
guy.
say it, you never got
He
to
is
me.
so
So
hairband, and I hated hairbands.
But you
There
like
were
the girls
players.
that went with them.
Here's the thing.
Who didn't like the girls? That's why there was so many hairbands, because the girls.
There was so many album covers you couldn't tell whether they were
I
a
know,
girl
they were
or a
all the
guy.
same.
Believe it or not,
I don't want to
They
tell
were
you.
all the
I
same.
don't want to tell you how many times I may have, taken care of business to Poison, and then I was like, wait a minute, they're dudes? Oh hell!
Look for the Adam's apple, Goofy. That's
Well,
all
I
you
know
gotta
that
do.
now, but I was a kid.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I started off.
Boys are such dogs,
listening
it
to
just
Kiss.
doesn't really matter.
I don't think it would.
I already know.
Hey, they're cute.
I was a 10-year-old that I saw Kiss and my life changed. It's like I heard Kiss Alive,
I
and
don't
the very
fucking
first
know,
album
man.
that I
It's
actually bought with
uncensored.
my own money was
Apparently.
Kiss
I know.
Alive
I
2,
wasn't sure, but now I'm sure.
double platinum, and was just really into that. Then I got into Cheap Trick and started listening to some different stuff like the older Van Halen stuff and things like that. When the 80s music scene hit, I mean, I was just all into it. It's kind of what I did. But it was also when I had hair. So I had to change genres because I was losing.
The one
that
guy's
pop.
influence that is hair bands
Doesn't have hair. Well, that's because all the
That's that
fucking
Frank
product
Beard
I put
thing.
in it back in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
I know we took off, I don't know how many layers of
Migraine down
ozone.
your back.
My back is plain
yeah,
blonde.
yeah, I know.
He's still trying to figure out how to do a comb over from his shoulders.
And how much of it's in your ears? Ooh.
That's nasty. Oh, you nasty.
But then-
That's what happens. Your hair
sitting
falls out,
over
it goes
here,
everywhere it's not
got me.
supposed to.
But in the middle,
I know that. You'd be doing this.
in the middle of all the
Poking your
hairband
cheek.
stuff, though, it was the same as these guys. In the middle of all the hairband stuff, this stuff called Metallica showed up. Ride the Lightning.
Enter Sandman is my song.
And my roommate,
oh my
my
God.
roommate's like, dude, you gotta hear this shit. And he put it on. I was instantly hooked. And so, from there it just kind of went, with them, Megadeth. Because of my background, I did get into, like some Dream Theater and.
Who doesn't? Are you kidding?
stuff
I mean,
like
there's
that.
songs that minimum are 9 minutes
Oh.
long. They're freaking amazing. It's like, you don't even realize it's 9 minutes. You're like, holy shit. I
Hey,
mean,
we can burn 10 minutes.
Well, we could if we practiced on it.
Yeah, right.
But no, it's just, and then the rest is just kind of history. I kind of
What's that?
delved into so many different things. I was also heavy into
Might be the
Frank
only time we ever
Zappa
hear
as
it.
a teenager.
Joe's Garage.
Joe's Garage
It's
was my
the
foray into
classic,
Zappa.
iconic song, and it's like, it still goes on every freaking day. You hear this because you're seeing these young kids, oh, we got a band together. And I think of Joe's Garage immediately because we know the one song and we got the girls dancing around. I was like, holy shit, it's so. Frank was a great storyteller. I
We
mean, he was
walk into
amazing.
practice and we'd be
Yeah.
like, don't you boys know any nice songs?
That's a great song. I don't know why more people don't cover that because that song is where everybody started. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So my good friends Michael McDonald and Steve Scorfino, if you don't know them, Steve Scorfino was the original member for REO Speedwagon, lived next door to Michael McDonald from Doobie Brothers, and they grew up right here in St. Louis. Steve was 13 and Michael was 11, and they formed their first band. And I mean, just the story. Steve's got a million stories, but yeah, it's just, and look where they ended up. I mean, it's just amazing.
I'm sure
Can't wait to
those
go
were the
play.
days.
I mean,
Yeah, if you're gonna do it back then,
That was
yeah.
when to do it. Yeah.
Well, that was. I mean, we grew up. I mean, I loved growing up in the 70s and 80s. 70s was when it was taken off, and then the 80s was. Oh my God, everything was stupid. Stupid money, stupid jobs, stupid music, stupid videos, stupid everything. But it was so fun.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we had a blast. Everything blew up like crazy. The internet blew up, and we I don't know. After all some of the older crap I call depressing, was going on in the world. The 80s hit, and it was like, oh, the lights went on, and everybody just, everybody wasn't so sad. I mean, to me, because everybody was worried about whatever, or before the 80s, I thought. But
A lot of
was just
that
my
had
opinion.
to do with the powdered ice cream.
I think that and
Yes.
leggings. That
Well,
and
yeah,
leggings.
spandex. Although my old adage is spandex is a privilege, not a right.
It is, and you have to have a full-length mirror. Do not walk out. You can tell the ones who
Exactly.
don't. Oh, it drove me crazy.
He's probably still have your spandex.
He does.
No, I do not.
Parachute pants.
It's called-
You
oh,
got
yeah.
parachute
Oh, yeah.
pants, don't
Oh,
you?
Oh, I did.
He got spandex that got a lightning bolt on the side,
That was my ace.
Hey, I play rock and roll.
He likes Halloween, doesn't he? You think
All I know is
every
I
day's
have
Halloween.
pictures,
My only
and
issue
they're
with the 80s,
safely stored away.
There you go.
my issue with the 80s stuff, I like a lot of the songs. I don't mind the dress and the hair and the makeup and all that. I'm being like the production guy. The snare drum, I hated the snare drum from the 80s where it sounded like it was in a garbage can.
It was horrible. Why was it
I li-
abused so much? I was
Yeah.
like, what is wrong with you people?
I like a
Everybody
nice,
abused
tight,
it more than
snappy
Lars on
snare.
St.
Has the
Anger.
beat,
Oh, let's not
so
talk
silly.
about St. Angus.
That was so fun. Oh God. I mean, I wouldn't give it up for anything. But yeah, that was a blast. I just couldn't believe how big it got. And then all of a sudden it just went, woo. Everybody got conservative again, But,
I think the biggest problem now is the fact that there's so many bands, and you can write music on your computer, and nobody puts in the time or the effort to learn an instrument anymore. And it's like, you know what, just practice your craft. Get good at it.
during COVID, I mean, it sucked when everybody was grounded, their wings are clipped, you can't go anywhere. And me being a stagehand, we lost all of our gigs. And my regular job, it was gone. So we're sitting at home, and so many videos, they're out coming up on my memories, because it was a couple years ago. All these bands, individuals, solos, duos, whatever, and everybody had their band. They were all at their homes, but they did, still put all their pieces together. It was amazing. The music that was coming out of Facebook was like no arguing, no bullshit, no stupid drama, no food pictures. It was all.
Yeah.
God, I hate fucking food
Don't
pictures.
look at me.
I'm trying not to.
I cannot stand food pictures. They're dumb.
You're getting grill shamed. Oh
getting
no,
grill
you want to
shamed.
see his stuff? It's it's porno for fat people. It's
I like to cook.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I mean, it was amazing how and the musicians were still playing. It was so great, just to see them all out there. I was like, oh man, this is great. And they did. They got there was a lot of downtime, but they didn't waste it. A lot more songs got written. They still played together as a band. They still Zoomed or whatever they had to talk to each other, and it was pretty cool. That it didn't just go to the wayside.
technology's really really cool.
Sadly, our No Limiter album came out about 3 months before COVID.
Yeah.
So we're still
So
calling
we
some
were
of them
trying
songs
to,
new.
Yeah.
we were
Because we
trying to
never
get
got
out
to get
to
out
promote
pushing.
the album. You just couldn't do it. No place to play. So we latched on to the Hugs radio show and the internet, and Chris got really really proficient at putting videos together. To go along with the songs, because that's the only platform we had.
Right. And you know, since so many people nowadays, some of the kids growing up, they're entitled. You could just take your music and attach it to a cartoon and throw it out there.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what? They'll listen to it. Oh, what? Tom and Jerry.
They won't just listen to that. They won't just watch that. They'll watch somebody else.
Dude,
Watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And then they'll react
That's
to it.
crazy.
Everybody's
Sometimes it's
a
cool,
voyeur.
but sometimes it's like.
Everybody's a voyeur. It's crazy. It's nuts. But you know, it is what it is. I don't know. So what's your next project? Are you guys going to do something different? Are you going to explore something? I mean, do you guys have any kind of causes or anything that you deal with or support, or as far as with your music, like any benefits or anything that you?
We never shy away from benefits if it's.
Well,
if it's the
Didn't we
right
just do
thing.
one?
We did. Gettysburg
Rocks for kids with cancer.
Kids
yeah.
with cancer.
Oh, very cool. How
It
many
was a
bands
big
were
show.
there?
It took out like the entire
3 days.
town.
It was 3 days, probably 40 bands or something like
Something
that
like
over
that.
3 venues.
Very cool. That's awesome.
It
That's
was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
4 Diamonds.
Yeah, Four Diamonds.
4 Diamonds is the name of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been very good having us out there just to be there and help support that cause is pretty cool.
That's awesome. And it's in Pennsylvania?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mid.
Near
Gettysburg.
Harrisburg.
Civil War, Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. That's awesome.
Ghosty.
Yeah,
It
apparently.
was very ghosty.
Very ghosty.
I don't like ghosts.
I don't like clowns. I can't.
I'm alright with clowns.
I can't do the clown thing. It's just, I don't know why.
I just don't get the
Gacy.
clown thing. I'm like,
John
okay.
Gacy. is-
You have makeup on.
I can't do the killer clown thing. I know everybody thinks that's funny, and that's when I get memes and pictures. I'm like, stop it! You're giving me nightmares. You know? I don't want to see the killer clowns. I don't know why. It just bugs me. It just ew. It's unnatural. I grew up with Bozo and stupid shit like that. I don't want to see somebody slashing. I don't want to see that. It's just wrong.
No, I just want to throw the
Bozo.
ping pong ball into the pail and get a prize.
There you go.
Hey man, I've spent many hours watching that stupid ass show, wishing I could throw that ball.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Doink the Clown ruined it for me.
Doink.
Doink the Clown, yeah.
Doink.
Doink the Clown,
wrestler?
the 80s wrestler, yeah.
Is that on Pornhub?
No,
Doink
I
the
don't.
Clown?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, that's Donk.
But he was an evil clown, yeah.
She knows all the evil clowns.
I
Did
do.
you finish season 1?
There's like a Pornhub season 1. Yeah.
Bill's still waiting for season
Not, but I
for
still
Pornhub
keep
2 to
getting
come out
stuff
'cause
in
they
my
finished the
email.
first
Like,
one.
oh, I saw that one. No, put some clothes on. Stop eating all those cheeseburgers. You don't look as good as you think you do.
You know, the problem is the algorithm, because the longer you stare at the video, of course, it gives all that information. So you're looking at it, go, that ain't real. That ain't real. 15 minutes later, you realize, oh, that is a fucking blessed person. And
Right.
now you're getting that on your fucking YouTube feed.
So you're the guy with the YouTube
I am,
feed.
yeah.
Share
She's
about
the
an account
one,
for the
yeah.
band, yeah.
He still think the plumber's coming to fix this thing.
It's the plumber.
Dear Penthouse,
Yeah.
I never thought it would happen to me.
Gotta go play.
God.
Yeah, that's a great segue to play some music. Huh?
Yeah, when there's
Yes, get up.
something.
Play, monkey, play.
Play, monkey, play.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a beer for this.
Episode 131. Yigga Digga in the house. So, we're just going to talk about Charlotte for a minute. My girl, Charlotte Judy. Woo, woo, woo. Give her props. Tuesday night open jam with Ronnie B. Thursday night the open jam with John Shanahan. And Friday, John Carlton, is his birthday, and he's going to play with
Happy
doing
birthday.
acoustic again with Sean. You remember when John, were you here when John was here?
That's not the flasher guy, right?
Not the flasher guy. no.
Okay,
No.
that's all I need to hear.
And then Justice is served.
Wait, you have a flasher guy?
They're playing Saturday night. Yeah.
It was not very flattering. Just
No, that was that's another story.
They
That's-
never are.
Yeah, it wasn't because it was
Not
in,
yet. Sorry,
in her
I brought
face
that up.
more than it was supposed to be in her face. Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like, show her your nuts.
It was. She was sitting and he bent over in front of her, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I had no idea that he was doing what he was doing.
I was blind!
I'm not saying you're crazy, but I can clearly see your nuts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really? It actually probably should have been this one. Here, let me do this one. This one's better.
Oh, God. less suck. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just get the Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard.
Oh yeah.
This is how I drive in. Let's see, what else is that? You changed some of these.
No limiter.
No limiter, do that one.
Yeah.
This is the title track of our last album. No Limiter.
For $8,000, you can have your own album. Now the records are going to cost you another 10 grand, but you'll have a killer album to roll your weed on.
It is a double.
There you go. in St. Peter's. I don't know where you guys are staying. You guys staying out here, or what part? Are you in Illinois?
Belleville.
Huh?
Belleville.
Oh, you're in Bell Vegas? Okay.
Bell Vegas, yeah. Hell yeah, big
He's got
deal.
a killer studio, and I can say this because he's told me this a million times. He built it. Now, he's a bass player. He's got all the instruments. He's got 2 sets of drums. He's got electric, and it's amazing. When he records, though, he records the artist individually, and then mixes.
Yeah.
And he's got the best microphone collection. You wouldn't believe it. It's amazing. It goes way. He built it with his cocaine money, so
No,
we're back in the day.
Gotta
We're
blow
back
it
in the
gold.
day. But yeah, he said studio's open all night if you want to go out there.
Huh.
Huh. Something to think about. But anyway,
After
he's super
party.
cool. But yeah, he's really good. He's buddies with Gene from
Can we budget for Uber?
from the Aardvarks. He runs around with what's Gene's last name from the Aardvarks? I can't remember what Gene's last name is.
I smoke too much damn weed. I can't remember my own freaking name.
Yes!
Yes. Okay, so another song.
What do you want to do?
Dealer's choice.
Oh, you want to do secrets? We can do secrets. We can give it a go. All right.
Do that one.
It's called Secrets.
Okay. Spell.
Thank you. Want to do underground? You guys want to do underground? Boom. Fuck you, underground. It is.
We're doing it.
We're both of them.
You need a break, princess?
No.
Which princess? Hey, wait a minute. At this point, you got to point out the princess. Which one of you princesses need a break?
Everything from here over.
Man, that's the name of the children's book. Princesses in Proper Flesh.
I am the overseer of the princesses.
Oh, that's tuned up.
Okay.
You guys know the beauty of the hip shot, right?
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Leave home without one.
That's right. And the tuning song, that's my favorite.
What's that?
The tuning song.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Hey, at least it's not a grudge. You got to constantly tune while you're playing and still keep doing it. It's so annoying.
That's a Gibson thing, too.
I know. 12-string grudge, though. They're a pain in the ass.
Part of the design, right?
They,
This is underground anthem, and Chris is going to do it.
Yeah. Ready? 3, 4.
what you have in your pack? One in each ear.
One in each ear. There you go.
Preferably not
You
lit.
can use them afterwards, but they taste funny.
Ew.
Exactly. You.
Ew. All right, how about one more, guys? Episode 131, Yigga Digga in the house.
We done? Gonna be black.
No, huh?
Last song of the night always got to be black.
Okay. Do
It's
it.
the first song we wrote.
So is there a story behind it? What's it about?
I still fight with it to this day. The whole idea of the song is when you die, is there something or is there just nothing?
Right.
And if there's just nothing, you ain't gonna know.
Right.
But that thought scares the shit out of me. So
I hear you.
there's nothing here but black.
Gotcha.
No soul escapes me. You know.
He really needs to quit smoking.
Well, you know, I mean, at least he's not talking about shit again, so, you know.
Well, now that you brought it up.
You know, because that's what happens when you die. First thing happens.
Oh, well,
First
yeah,
thing, yeah. Whatever's left, it's coming out one way or another. Yeah. Go ahead, play your song.
Nice.
Episode 131, Yigga Digga in the house. You'll be back. You gotta come back through. Please. We'll get Eric to reroute you, you know, once you get back home. It'd be awesome.
We can reroute.
Bypass that middleman.
Yeah.
Circle back around.
Circle back around, that's right. You forgot
negative,
something.
Nothing.
You forgot something. So next week I got Pyrus Wade and Gorilla Theory in the house. Oh, they're so fun. Yes! Who doesn't love those guys? They're freaking amazing. They're amazing. But you
I will
can
be here.
So you guys, all your music's on all the platforms, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everything out there.
Yeah, you can go to we have a merch store. You can buy it right from us, which, actually works for us.
Right.
Yigga.com.
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 Yeah, you can look us up on Facebook, Yigga Digga. If you really dig it, you can get into our Yigga Digga Internal Affairs. That's a smaller group.
Scary.
It's a
Very
Facebook
cool.
group.
It's
yeah.
a smaller
yeah.
Facebook
If you want to
group.
know how the sausage is made, it's one of
Yeah,
those.
that's what
Yeah,
it is,
you
yeah.
don't. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Not the same.
She's like, no, I'm good.
Those are the people doing all the work. These guys get all the glory. See.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's very good. So you guys you guys come back this way, or you're going to go home and hang out there for a while, or when do you go back on your next tour?
June we're in Nashville.
We're in Nashville. Yeah, it'll be cool. I don't think we'll be back this way for a little while. Maybe next year.
My buddy.
Maybe beforehand.
my
We
very
might
good
be coming
friend.
through Oklahoma, so
Yeah.
we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Are you guys in Rocklahoma? Have you guys been played Rocklahoma yet?
No, we'd love to.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Sent something out to
Let me
Danny a
write
couple
that,
years ago. Too late. I said we sent something out to Danny a couple years ago, but it was wound up being like a day too late. So
It's never too late. There's always room for one more band. It's like saying you have too many guitars. It's not the no. You know.
Bill will tell you different.
Yeah, I have way too many guitars.
you got way too many of everything.
But when has that ever
It's a
stopped
good
you?
thing. It's a great
It's a
thing.
good thing. It's
When we want to model an amp sound or something, we just pull one out of HQ and plug it in. It's
Right,
great.
that's awesome. Very cool. So, well, my very good friend and his band will be here in May. Randy Jackson, Zebra.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're
Zebra.
Zebra. Who's behind the door? Tell me what you want.
Oh, come on.
Is this an 80s thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a 90s.
Yeah, he was bluegrass.
Yeah, he was off in a bluegrass phase.
Yeah.
That's okay. You'll know if you heard them.
Yeah,
They're freaking
you probably
amazing.
will.
I never.
One of the many bands that should have got more airplay than they did.
100%.
3 guys still together. They've been together over 40 years. They're from New Orleans, and Randy I think they both have places in New Orleans and New York. But he's super cool. He's a sweet guy. His voice is amazing.
Oh,
my
amazing.
God! So here's what's so sad. I mean, all the bands that have come through St. Louis a million times. Zebra was here one time, and then they didn't come back for 14 years. I know it was about 6 years ago. They played the Wiley Theater, which is in Edwardsville, and after that, that's when I met them, and they're like amazing. And right next door there was a bar called Lori's Place, and Randy went next door and did a 2-hour solo acoustic, and his voice didn't falter. I mean, he's just the nicest guy in the whole world. I can text him right now and he'll answer me. I mean, he's just a sweetheart of a guy. He's one of those guys that doesn't forget his fans. He will take pictures. He will sign stuff. He will come out and talk to you. He remembers your name. I mean, he's a good guy. He really is. The whole band is amazing. But they're supposed to be back in May. And what else did I say?
I'm pretty sure we'll be here before 14 years is up.
Yeah, we're home.
Back to May.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many bands out there that did not get. They should have gotten more airplay, and the talent that was the Babies. Come on, Rainbow. I mean, these bands are just like, wow. There was so many of them out there. Even some of the crazy hair bands they all looked alike after a while, but still, they had amazing talent in each band.
Oh, there was tons of talent. It wasn't about that. It was about that. It was about
The whole culture change just flipped at some point.
There was amazing talent during the hair band, and I poke fun, but I poke fun very gingerly because I appreciate a lot of it.
You don't do anything gingerly. What are you talking about?
I try
You know,
to.
a lot of those hair bands did not actually really want to look like that. Their
No,
managers-
it's what you had to do at the
That's
time.
what was
made
going
them
on.
do that.
Yeah.
I know one person in specific. I'm not going to say his name, but he played with Lita Ford. He was a drummer, and he's told me so many times about how his manager was saying, he had to hair it up, and I think ultimately that's why he ended up quitting with her, because they were pushing this
The whole
the
glamour
image,
image.
and he just wanted to be himself and play drums.
I worked with Warrant for a short time, and best guys in the world.
Super
but
sweet.
Janie Lane did not want to do the dress up bullshit.
Right.
He just wanted to write good songs, and
You know, it's almost like the music business was responsible for the downfall of the music business.
Oh, it definitely was. It most definitely was.
This is what's that
interesting.
song? Video Killed the Radio Star.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just it's the nature of the beast, and a lot of it was they glammed them up so much, and I know this from just the local bands, you know, when St. Louis exploded, and the local bands would dress up like that crap, and they would be sweating their asses off wearing all this extra crap to look like something that they don't practice in that. Well, I mean, you know, it was just so much more maintenance in between because they got to blow dry themselves and all this crap because they all got to look like, you know, the 80s glam rock shit.
I'm a girl, and wearing tight leather pants is tricky. I don't even understand how those guys was getting in those pants.
I
mean,
have a
like,
pair of tight pants that is stage attire. I got a pair of.
I mean, it's to the left,
Yeah,
to the
but
right, what you gonna do?
I take them off as soon as I'm done. I put them on 5 minutes beforehand.
Wow.
Put my gear on.
You got some
5
powder,
minutes
you
afterwards.
powder it down real good before you put them on.
No, because then it just turns to paste. It's nasty.
Oh, you gotta coming out chunks, looks like cottage
Cornstarch
cheese.
and baked gravy.
Man.
I mean, literally, I mean, you're
Baby
sweating
oil.
your ass off, and then all the hairspray. That Final Net, man, they made a killing. I mean, it was just, it was horrible.
I used to buy Aquanet Super
Aquanet,
Hold
yep.
unscented by
Yep.
the case.
That's why that shit fell off your head.
That's what I said. All the product I put in my hair back
Yep.
in the 80s is the reason I don't have any.
I know.
You just like saying product. God damn. It's such a chick saying.
Now, what the hell? What the hell was
You got-
that?
you got
Really?
some
How?
product? You
How?
have some
Don't be a
product?
Would you
hater
rather I
when the chick
say
say.
hairspray and color?
There's no good way to say it, huh?
No,
no,
exactly.
it isn't.
I say product.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
That's an 80s word.
It
An
definitely
80s guy.
is an 80s
An 80s
word.
guy. Speaking of 80s,
It goes the other way,
Tweezy's
too.
got a
got
video.
product.
He needs people to dress up like the 80s, don't you? 80s rock. And you
That
guys are
sounds like
shooting that one year
fun.
this month?
It does sound like fun.
Yeah, the end of the month. You guys should come back.
You can always wear a wig.
Ew.
Those backs area.
That's too,
I
that's
think
too
I have a
poser for
picture
me.
of you in a wig.
Oh!
Oh, throw it out there. Don't even stop now. F him. You made us late.
I did see him dressing in
Oh, I made us late.
You're absolutely.
It doesn't matter. I'm
It
always
was
late.
the Geritol GPS.
Oh, well, it could have been that too.
Hey, look, I wanted to take in the
How the hell-
ambiance of the Cardinal Stadium.
How'd you like
know?
it?
You know,
was
it
busy.
was just one lap around. You know
It was
what I mean?
busy.
It only
It's
takes
a
an
pain in
hour
the
to
ass
go
trying to get
around.
around.
Exactly.
It is a pain. People leave at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to get to the game. It starts at 6 just because of all the bullshit. I mean, it's stupid. It is ridiculous. The traffic and just everything's a nightmare down there for sure. But it's all good. So you got a tour of the city, whether you liked it or not.
$15 for a beer.
I mean, you got to see the arch, right?
But why is it when you go
Go
to
far, yeah.
I went up in that before, and I will tell you, if you would have put a piece of coal in my ass, it would have been a diamond by the time I got back on solid ground. Because those elevator things that go up and then they come down, then they go up and they come
They're like
down.
little
It's-
eggs. They're
Fuck
like
that.
little eggs.
No, thank you.
They're a blast.
Oh
Are you
no,
kidding?
no.
When you're
I
young and
didn't
stupid,
like going up either.
Yeah.
When you get up there, it's cool. But the
it's because they stop.
No,
So once you get
it
up
was
there,
worse.
it stops and then it goes a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
A little bit. So,
It
and
sways,
they
doesn't
rock.
it?
Yes,
Not
it does.
our life. No.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine and I went to Chicago at one point, and we went to up the Willis Tower to the observation deck, and I swear to this day, I was so uncomfortable I couldn't walk out onto the glass stuff.
Is this the Sears Tower?
Yeah.
Used
It's
to
called the
be.
Willis
Called the
Tower?
Willis
it's
Tower
called the
now,
Willis
yeah.
Does somebody have more money and change the name of the Sears Tower?
That's how
Oh,
it
come
goes,
on.
yeah.
What?
Well, Sears
Yo,
took
you can
down Wall
literally-
at Kmart, so
You
you know.
can, you can literally, it does sway, because I've
Oh, I
been up
felt it.
there.
I'm like
And
up
it's
there. I'm like, no, my feet need to be back on ground. I don't care. I don't know how people live in a penthouse suite, like over the 3rd floor.
You get used to it, I guess. I went up in the Ferris wheel about a week or so ago,
I'll do a ride.
and that was cool. But you forget when you get up there
It's
that
windy.
it starts to move, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, yeah. Don't look down.
Should have been up there Friday night or Saturday.
Oh, hell no, no.
Spitting them off like Pez. Another one.
They couldn't even set up lights for our show because they were afraid the truss would blow over.
Yeah.
So they said, "Yeah, we got lights on stage for you." Yeah, you can't see shit.
And where was that?
That was at
That was
H's.
H's
H's?
Taverns. They built an outdoor stage out there.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah, it was like 46 degrees when we hit the stage.
It was cold.
Wow.
You didn't bring no long johns.
Once you start
Bring
jumping
your
around,
tights, spandex.
Oh, I was fine. You know, just for that reason. You know, working.
did it calm down after a while, or just?
The wind did calm down. It did.
Yeah.
But we played. You know, we ended the night. So
Once the sun went down.
once the sun went down,
It was fun when you were on stage, but as soon as you got off, it's like.
Were you guys the only band playing, or did they have somebody else?
Astro Moth was there.
Oh, Astro,
Nine
okay.
Left Dead.
Nine Left Dead from Oklahoma City.
Gotcha,
came
gotcha,
out.
gotcha.
Yeah.
We played with them twice this weekend.
The other guys.
Great.
Send the message.
Send the message.
Really good.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, this was just a really good. This is a really cool trip.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So, are you guys going to do it again, or?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
In a minute.
For sure.
Very cool.
For sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys should come back through here. Put it on your route. Come back through.
Yeah.
It might be our route.
It's okay.
You know?
I mean, once you do well here, they want you back. I mean, you know, and it's like
We've been
it doesn't
asked.
take as much.
We've been asked. And that's flattering and cool. You know. So it's not that far away. It's 10 hours.
Yeah.
It's only 10 hours.
It's hey,
The
listen.
price of gas is like.
Well, the
Yeah,
price of gas
yeah.
sucks. But I work in Augusta, Georgia, and my wife and son are still in Pennsylvania, so I drive home every other weekend at least, and that's 9.5 hours. So this
You
is
gotta see your wife and son.
yeah.
They rock
Every
roll
other week
stars.
is nice.
Yeah.
So do you all have
I
regular?
hope she's not listening. She'll kill
Do
me.
you guys all have regular day gigs? You don't have to say the name of your company, but what do you guys do for regular money?
I fix broken computer systems. And,
Oh, you're a geek.
when I'm
Very
not out,
good.
when I'm not out in the forest.
That's awesome.
Up in the
Very
mountains.
good.
Yeah.
Yeti has a 2004 GPS.
Nothing wrong with that.
You see, because I.
It got us here.
I know
half hour late.
British accent on his GPS.
That's what I have too. Oh,
I-
I like it.
I like British accent. I'm a sucker for.
I
for
can't
a
stand
woman with
listening
a
to that
British
stupid.
accent. What can I say?
I'm glad you can change it because I don't like listening to that broad. She's annoying. Because she doesn't pronounce the words right, even though it's a computer, and they can't pronounce the names of the streets. I'm like, oh my God, you're butchering it. You're not even from here. I can't stand listening to it. So what do you do?
I sell shit.
You sell shit. You the guy that has the truck that has shit falling off the back? Are you
no,
that guy?
I sell stuff. I'm a drug dealer.
Everybody does that. Come on.
That's why he's so happy about the word product.
Right. Because he has product. He has work product and product.
Yeah, got
And more
product.
product. Yes.
You hear the ice cream truck coming around the bend, ask for the powdered ice cream.
The powdered ice cream. Okay. All right. Is there a code word like the bird is in the nest or anything like that?
No.
Birds in the nest. What do you do?
It's like two
What
in
do
the
you do,
bush.
Papa?
I own a construction company and I repair guitars and amps on the side.
Very cool. That's awesome. No wonder he has so many.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Do you work for a shop or just independently?
Myself.
Very cool.
All self-employed. I think I can handle a boss. I don't even know if these clowns boss me around.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Exactly.
Being your own boss is
Don't say
good.
clowns. She doesn't like clowns.
I know.
So I was corrected. Steve sent me a message. Corky the Clown's what I was thinking of.
Cool.
Corky
there you
the
go.
Clown back in the day. But I mean, yeah. When I was a kid, it wasn't a big deal. But then they started making them all scary and it and all that. I was like,
Yeah, I'll get
I
on
mean,
that
and
one.
how many memes with the clown down in the freaking
The sewer.
Oh, I couldn't stand that picture.
Should be desensitized by now.
And down here they all float.
You know what gets me is they brought back the Children of the Corn. There's another Children of the Corn movie coming
Is
out.
there
And my
really?
son
What?
knows that I am terrified of this stupid childish movie.
I can't stand
And
it.
there's a new one. I'm like, no. He's like, we're going to have to go see that. I'm like,
Yeah, why did they remake that?
Because they can't write anything new and interesting.
True story.
Just like when they redid Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, that's
Really?
wow. So many times. at this
Jesus,
point.
let it go. How many more body parts? You can't even invent them. Okay, we get it. It's blood everywhere. Blah blah blah. Jeez, but still.
Well, in this day and age, the next Leatherface is going to have to be a woman, because
No, it'll be transgender. And it'll be a whole thing. They're a they, and don't look at them sideways, and you're gonna piss them off, and it's gonna be so many rules. I'm like, oh, what happened?
That'll be the horror of it. You
What
just defend
flippin'-
them.
you just
Exactly.
offend them.
I know, because that one nerve, they're gonna be,
The next
screaming
version
all
is
about.
just going to be a whole bunch of segments of the news spliced together.
Ooh,
Oh,
that is
that's scary.
Ridiculous. I don't understand how we went there. How do we get all the way over there?
We,
And it went fast.
they, them,
Whatever it
which.
is. Yeah, I don't know. What? Are
Come
you
on.
kidding me? Seriously, don't care.
It makes you almost afraid to just approach people.
Well, I mean,
You know, because
it's
I don't have any
ridiculous.
hang-ups. You know, I don't care about anything what anybody does. I don't care.
Everybody has a perception, and you cannot get your feel bads hurt every time
Yeah.
somebody sees
Yeah.
something differently. You know what?
Oops.
It doesn't mean that they're, dogging on you. This is just what they see.
Yeah.
Let people be what they, just let it go.
I won't participate in your charade, but you do you. You know what I mean? You absolutely do. And I'll do my best not to be a dick. You know?
Right.
It hasn't
I
worked
won't.
yet. Shut up.
My give a fuck's broken, but my go fuck yourself is fully intact and working.
It's like a healthy part, a healthy component of our music is just about bringing people together or something else. If you
Yeah.
look into a lot of our
Exactly.
lyrics.
Exactly. I don't know.
It really is. We've written so much socio-political, even, not no limiter.
Opus.
Oh, well, Opus is insane. That's a 10-minute
Yeah.
song, but it's 10 minutes.
It's actually pronounced Oedipus.
No,
No.
that's a different album. That's
Yeah, yeah.
Oedipus Assassin.
There's another song called The Opus.
The Opus.
It's on. It's
Oh.
on No Limiter.
Yeah.
But
Most of the
Faded
side
Glory,
B.
Faded Glory. The key line is the common color is the red ran bright.
Right.
And it's just like it doesn't matter, man. We don't bleed red, for the love of Christ.
No, it's crazy.
And
I know. It's
everybody
just,
do you, but don't make me do you. That kind of defeats the purpose.
exactly.
No-
We're supposed to.
Nobody wants that.
And nobody wants that anyway.
I don't
Oops.
know, man.
It's a totally different show.
Wait a minute.
Oh, hey,
Wait a minute.
That's a totally
Wait a
different
minute,
show.
Wait a minute. I'd fuck me.
Who's fucking this chicken? The only scary movies I like are Rob Zombie movies.
Oh God,
yeah.
yeah. Come on.
Who's fucking this chicken anyway? Like they fell out of the floor. And I said, "Oh my God,
I'm not going
funniest
to.
friggin' movie ever!" Oh my God. He's
You
a
got to.
I loved everything he
Don't be
did
scared
to
now.
kill the monsters.
he's a
It
su-
was
I haven't
painful.
seen
is that
it.
out now?
The
I haven't
yeah,
seen
it
it.
was
It was
painful.
painful to watch.
Right.
That's just it. I
Was it-
love
was it
House
because
Thousand
you're
Corpses,
you're
all
waiting
of
for it to
But
be
the
like the
Monsters
old
is like,
stuff?
It was a little too kitschy.
No,
know?
everybody probably had too many high expectations because the monsters you can't touch. You cannot duplicate that.
Yeah, there's certain,
the
certain
original
things you don't
Yeah.
screw with.
Fred Flynn, yeah.
You know.
What's a Ute?
Do you?
Yeah. The two
What's a
The
Ute?
two Utes in question.
Yeah, what's a Ute? Wow, bless his heart. I know, and he died. He died during that movie. if I'm not mistaken.
Fred
Okay,
Flynn.
really?
Yeah.
Or
So
sort
they
of.
shot
no,
his
the
scenes.
judge.
Yeah, he was my cousin Vinny.
My cousin Vinny.
And Fred
That was
Gwynn played the
Fred-
judge.
that was from the Monster.
Wow. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe
There
he
was
died
another
during
show
that
he
movie.
was in.
I'm trying to make a
Black and
mockery of
white.
my
What was
court.
that?
My Mother the Car? Was it My Mother?
No, Car 54.
Car
Where
54,
are you?
where are you?
Oh,
That's what it was.
yeah.
Yeah. Car
Holy
54.
black
I had
and
I had
white.
I had
The fact
Nick,
that I can
Dude.
remember
I had
that
Nick
is
at Night growing up.
Okay,
and
all right.
Right.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Exactly.
have been old enough.
I watched that. Who was the one with the Cone of Silence? That was in color.
Get smart.
Get Smart.
Get Smart.
Oh, you guys showing your age. Got Nick at Night.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all these old
Alfred
shows are
Hitchcock
on there.
Presents.
Yeah.
Like
I was
that
around
one.
when those came
Yeah.
out.
I know, right?
The Twilight.
You were around
Twilight
when the Ten
Zone.
Commandments came.
No,
the
I still,
stone
you know,
tablets
to
that
this,
came
be a
down from the
hater.
mount.
I helped carry down the stone tablets.
to this day, I'm
Lord
on
has
an
given us
airplane and
these
I look out on the
15.
wing looking for
Oh.
gargoyle.
You know how
He's
the
10.
you know how the bush caught fire because he was getting high. That's exactly what happened. It was an accident, wasn't it?
Or
Don't
was
blame
it?
it. Flew down his pants.
Or was it?
Yes.
Exactly, for sure. No, I remember
Only
night.
I had a rolling papyrus.
I remember when Night Gallery was scary.
Oh, I love
love
Night
that.
Gallery.
Back in the day, that was scary. And then during the day, they had that silly soap opera, Barnabas Collins, Dark Shadows. He was a vampire.
The Night Stalker.
They still have that on one of my cable or no, it's a channel, one of those weird channels, Rewind or something like that. Yeah, you can watch Dark Shadows. I was like, oh my God, geez, how cheesy was this? You know?
Oh, it's terrible.
I mean, it's cheddar
Terribly
everywhere.
wonderful.
It was nuts. But yeah, that was a daytime soap opera.
It was incredible. Lee Bad.
right.
No.
Oh well, you know.
I certainly dig Doctor Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that. Even though when I was little,
Well, you're going nerdy
the
on that.
Daleks
'cause
used to freak me out. I'd be on my grandma's
The
leg.
D&D guys, I think,
But
like
as I
Doctor
got
Who.
older, you know.
Nothing wrong with D&D.
God damn.
I like
It's
me
fun.
some Doctor Who.
It's a blast. Okay, well, on that note.
Man, did we go down a rabbit hole on that?
It's all good. It's all
Grab the
good.
dice and let's go.
Episode 131, Yigga Digga in the house. They're coming back, or we'll just hold them hostage here till they play again, right?
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
You guys are great.
Thank you, guys.
And we will see you next week. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Tweezy. Thank